On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And a sack there by Josh Allen, and sometimes we have to draw the distinction. Is it the Buffalo quarterback, or is it the Jacksonville sack artist, as we just saw there? Former first-round pick, huge impact in his rookie year in 2019. 10.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks him. And it's a touchdown. Texans. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Jaguars 0. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Kaepernick to try again here after the pick 6. To Thompson on the screen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And a Jaguar.
Good catch there by Tyler Eifert. And Jacksonville, who needed help at the tight end position, signed him to do exactly that. Spent his first 7 years in Cincinnati, a terrific red zone threat.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They toss it to Thompson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They run for it with Hunt, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down at the.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This is Stills on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The 13-yard line.
Opening play of that goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Brings up 3rd down.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
3rd down.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. You go tight.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Alert. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
He was taken
Now
down.
the Jags will use the second of their timeouts,
1-yard loss on
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Jaime Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the PAT, Jaime Fairbairn. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Texans 27, Jaguars 7. Jaime Fairbairn to kick off for
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A gain of 27.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Jaguars.
Now Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw, Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Texans 34, Jaguars 7. Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he's into the clear. The 30. Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is down to 20.
The kick is good. Makes the score Texans 34, Jaguars 14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Clayton Fedulum there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
from a serious knee injury. It's Lamar Miller. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Kaepernick. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
5 yards on the play.
Kaepernick now to throw. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And the Jaguars
on first down, Kaepernick. He's got Thompson here, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He completes it to Westbrook. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. this one good for 18. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. There's no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
21.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And now he'll tuck it and run. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going deep for Eifert. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the...
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards.
The Texans on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Watson on 3rd down. He finds his man Johnson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And now here is another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 47. Watch the slant.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Today's final score, Texans.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.